In a world where success often seems reserved for the privileged, this story will remind you that greatness begins with belief, humility, and the courage to keep going. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today, I'm going to share with you a story that is more than just a biography. It is a life lesson, a roadmap for anyone who dreams big but feels small. This is the journey of a boy born in a small house in India, with no mobile phone, no laptop, and sometimes not even a proper chair to sit and study. And yet, he rose to become the CEO of Google and Alphabet, two of the most powerful companies in the world. This is the story of Sundar Pichai. Sundar was born in 1972 in a modest two-room apartment in Chennai, India. His father was an electrical engineer and his mother a stenographer. They didn't own a car or a computer. They didn't even have a telephone until Sundar was 12 years old. When they finally got one, it was a rotary phone, and Sundar had such an incredible memory that he could remember every number he dialed after using it once. That's when his family first noticed he was special. Sundar was always curious. He wanted to know how things worked. He would ask his father countless questions about circuits, electricity, and machines. His father never rushed through his answers. Instead, he nurtured Sundar's curiosity, laying the foundation for a brilliant mind. Though his family was financially constrained, Sundar never let it define his path. He studied hard, borrowed books, and maximized every opportunity he had. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but he was the most focused. His classmates knew him as a quiet, humble boy who always topped his class. He earned a seat at IIT Kharagpur, one of the most prestigious engineering colleges in India. There, surrounded by brilliant minds and elite professors, Sundar stood out not for being flashy, but for his clarity of thought and his relentless work ethic. He applied and got selected for a master's degree at Stanford University, but here was the catch. The flight ticket alone cost more than his father's entire annual salary. Still, his father didn't hesitate. He took a loan, used up his savings, and borrowed from relatives. That one decision, that one sacrifice changed everything. When Sundar arrived at Stanford, he was overwhelmed. Everything was new: the culture, the technology, even the way people talked. He missed home, his mother's cooking, and the noisy streets of Chennai, but he didn't let that discomfort hold him back. Instead, he sat in front of modern computers, stared at the internet in amazement, and dove into learning with all his heart. He later went on to do an MA from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned honors like the Seville and Palmer Scholar Awards. Sundar wasn't just gathering degrees. He was building his foundation, brick by brick, with discipline and humility. In 2004, Sundar interviewed for a job at Google. At the time, it wasn't the giant it is today. He was calm and prepared. During the interview, he impressed everyone with his thoughts about improving Google's homepage and user experience. He was hired as a product manager, and he started working on the Google Toolbar, a small, not-so-glamorous project. But Sundar had vision. He realized that if users could search Google directly from their browser, it would drive more traffic and deepen user engagement. And he was right. His next big idea? Building Google's own browser. Many top executives opposed it, but Sundar pushed. He made presentations, showed prototypes, and convinced one leader at a time. Finally, co-founder Larry Page believed in him. That's how Google Chrome was born in 2008. It became the fastest and most used browser in the world. That success turned Sundar into a rising star. He went on to lead products like Gmail, Google Maps, Google Drive, and eventually Android. Every product he touched became better because Sundar wasn't just a tech guy. He was a listener, a thinker. In 2015, he became the CEO of Google. And in 2019, he was named CEO of Alphabet, Google's parent company. Even with all that power, Sundar stayed grounded. He still visits his school in India. He still speaks to students, telling them that your background does not define your future. He reminds us that you don't need to be born rich to become successful. You don't need perfect English to be a leader. You need a mind that keeps learning, a heart that stays humble, and a spirit that never gives up. This Sakech's story is not just inspiring, it is transformational. It teaches us that patience, humility, and purpose can take you further than privilege ever could. His life is proof that even the simplest beginnings can lead to the most extraordinary outcomes. So, if you are struggling today, if life feels unfair, if your dreams feel too far away, remember Sundar. Remember that a boy who once didn't have shoes to go to school now walks the hallways of global power. And if he can do it, so can you. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, please like the video, share it with someone who needs inspiration, and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content. This is not the end. This is your beginning. Dream big, work hard, stay humble. Your story is waiting to be written.